What's going on, guys? JSkeleton with Brand of Guys today, coming at you some brand new information regarding Black Ops 4 Zombies Blood of the Dead storyline, my friends. This is some pretty awesome stuff. This is actually coming from two separate interviews. One was posted on the Activision blog. One of them was posted on the PlayStation blog. We're going to start with the PlayStation one because it's a lot shorter. So basically, Jason Blundell was asked, what are the differences between Mob of the Dead and Blood of the Dead? So this is what he had to say, my friends. He said, aside from being a very different story, one that fills a very specific gap in the Ether timeline, the environment has been significantly expanded with all new Easter eggs and quests. So while players will encounter elements familiar from the original Mob, they won't have too much of an advantage when it comes to surviving and uncovering the level's secrets. So again, brand new Easter eggs. It's brand new story. It's separate from the actual Mob of the Dead story. Obviously takes place on Alcatraz, but obviously we're playing as the Primus crew. So obviously there's different story elements going on here. It's a different part of the Ether timeline. Again, Jason Blundell says it fills a specific gap in the Ether timeline. And like he says, the environment has been significantly expanded, which we're going to get to a little bit more in a second here when we jump over to the Activision blog interview as well. So he said regarding Blood of the Dead over on the Activision blog, this is what he had to say. He said, before Mob, the first map that he worked on was Doris back in Call of Duty World at War, and that fit into the Ether story. Mob of the Dead was the next time that Jason Blundell came back to Zombies. He says, the story was very complicated and very involved at the time, and the writing team and I got very excited about the idea of starting a new angle, a new line into the Ether story. And so we said we'd start the idea of a purgatory world, excuse me. But as it is with many of these things, we didn't just have the what if idea. We started an idea and talked about how far it could go, and that actually led all the way to Black Ops 3. We set up that world, we set up the constructs and the idea of the purgatory, the idea of the afterlife mechanics, the idea of a Hollywood cast with different mobsters, excuse me. But we left lots of questions open when we finished that map. You're always left in this different situation when you'd love to spell out all of the answers for the community. First, you'd love to take them there, but if you do that, you'd never finish development because there is so much stuff to talk about and so much to do. Secondly, that's not what the community wants. The opportunity to come back to Alcatraz is incredibly exciting because it allows us to put that cherry on top, to finish the idea that we had all those years ago. When we first made Mob, we actually went on location, we actually went out to San Francisco, went out to Alcatraz, and we actually built all of the island. But as is often the case with development, we got to the point where we said this is too much. We were drowning a little bit in how much stuff we were setting up at that same time. So we cut it down at the time. Blood of the Dead is going to allow us to go back to the original blueprint and fully realize what we put right at the beginning, or sorry, what we put down right at the beginning. So the interviewer asked, are you telling us that we get the entire island of Alcatraz? Jason Blundell says you do. It's like another 30 to 35% more than what we did last time. Wow, wow, wow. That's incredible, my friends. It's absolutely crazy. 30 to 35% more environment than there was in Mob of the Dead on Black Ops 2. So again, for those of you guys who didn't know, like Jason Blundell said in this interview, they had built the whole island of Alcatraz, but they cut it down significantly. They had the underground labs that we've seen in the recent cinematic trailer. They had the whole island, but they had to cut pieces off. So now we're getting the whole island. They're adding all of that in Blood of the Dead. That's 30 to 35% more than Mob of the Dead. That's absolutely mind-blowing. So he says there are new areas, and it's a little bit of an accident, but it's interesting. Those new areas were the areas that we wanted to explore narratively, so it made sense cutting it back there. But also worked perfectly for the stories that we wanted to tell in Blood of the Dead as well. It has all worked out quite nicely. So there you guys have it, my friends. A little bit of insight on Blood of the Dead's map size, kind of what you guys can expect. I think it's super exciting. The fact that we're going to be able to explore everything that they had cut from Mob of the Dead. The fact that, there's going to be the underground labs, the entire island of Alcatraz. It's just absolutely exciting, and I cannot wait to play it when it comes out October 12th, my friends. We're going to have a lot of gameplay gameplay, a lot of streams, and all that good stuff for Black Ops 3 Zombies, or sorry, Black Ops 4 Zombies, and everything else Black Ops 4 related. So make sure you guys keep locked on the channel, but let me know what you think about this information in the comments section below. Are you guys hyped for Blood of the Dead? Are you guys excited to explore the parts that were cut out in Mob of the Dead? Let me know. And if you guys enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe, the comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Like always, until then, game on.